Ricky Rackman here. We're hanging out in West Hollywood, California. We're outside of the Troubadour, about to go inside of the Troubadour. Tonight we're going to be hanging out with one of the most influential bands in hard rock history. They're playing this small club in here. Tonight, the Headbangers Ball is on location with... It's countdown to the ball. Remember, midnight, the Headbangers Ball kicks in, and right now, all these guys are waiting to see Garth Brooks, who's playing inside of the or Kiss or something like that. Anyway, we're going to be hanging out inside there with Kiss. We're going to watch Kiss sound check, and of course, we're going to see Kiss captured live in a very small, very loud environment. That was number 8 on Countdown to the Ball. We're right in front of the Troubadour. Tonight, Kiss is going to be playing here, and check it out, a lot of Kiss fans that have been hanging out here all night. Like this guy, this is a Kiss fan. How lucky, he happened to go to the DMV and they just happened to give him this license plate. Pretty lucky, huh?
Pretty lucky.
How long have you been a Kiss fan?
Since 1975.
When you were how old?
I would say about 7 or 8.
Yeah? So you're pretty excited to see him tonight?
Oh yeah.
How long have you been waiting in line?
Since noon.
And I see you got them all to sign that?
I'm all to sign it.
Very cool. Well, we're going to go inside, hang out with people that look something just like this. And the top 7 videos on Countdown to the Ball are on the way. Let's go inside, shall we? Well, like I said, this is one of those shows you're definitely going to want to videotape. We're spending the evening with Kiss. And of course, right here, Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. What's up?
The ceiling, otherwise.
Last time we hooked up with you guys, you were playing the first show of your last tour in Lubbock, Texas.
Yeah, we remember that.
And that was big arena thing.
But that was like 2.5 years ago. And this time we decided to start even bigger and start at the Troubadour right here in Los Angeles, California. Paul Stanley.
Which, for those of you that don't know, has like a capacity of 400.
It's about the usual dressing room in an arena, but this is how you get to know who your friends are.
Is there a reason that you decided to go back to the clubs before you hit the arenas?
Well, we're not going to really tour before August, and we're feeling so good about the album, and the band is really smoking, so to speak, and it just seems like a great thing to go out and let the die-hard fans, the ones who are willing to sleep out or do whatever they have to get tickets, get a chance to see something, and we owe them a lot, so this is our way of thanking them for their support, and I think this album is the best present that we could give them.
Yeah, and we were out in the streets a little bit earlier, and these people that have been staying overnight, I mean, they are the die-hard Kiss fans. They've got all the Kiss license plates and everything, so it's going to be a fun show.
People shouldn't mistake this for anything than what it is. Record company thinks we're out of our minds for doing this stuff because the record's not coming out for a couple of weeks. But we just decided we had a choice of either rehearsing in a loft and playing ourselves, or having a listening party for ourselves and our fans. So the real tour, the world tour, is going to start August 1 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so the big show, the live sacrifices and all the rest of that stuff will happen starting August. Paul's going, which show are you going to be in?
I don't know what Gene cooked this morning, but obviously it's giving him motor mouth.
We'll be back with Kiss from the Troubadour in LA, but right now, here's video number 7. Still on the way, we've got the top 4 videos on Countdown to the Ball here, of course, with Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. And you talking about doing this little club tour. I mean, how many cities were involved in this?
We're playing 12, it's either 12 or 13 cities, and we'd love to be able to hit all, these little clubs coast to coast, but we can only do this many. But, most of the time when a band has an album coming out, they do these listening parties where they get to brown-nose the record company and the radio stations and all that stuff and magazines. And the truth is, the only people that don't make it to the listening party are the listeners. So this is a real listening party. This is where the people who decide whether something's good or not get a chance to really get close to you.
Now, this is only your 2nd club night so far, right?
Yeah, the first one was in the Stone in San Francisco, where I've never been in it. Never even heard of it, and it was, I don't know, it must have been 100 degrees, and it was like packed sardines.
It's wild to look out in the audience and you see steam rising off everybody.
It was like Sweatville.
Gives a new definition to the word hot, but it was really great.
And
with
we're
that in
jealous.
mind, it's only 10 days to Revenge.
Now, Kiss has always had, I want to talk about the new album in a little bit. First, we're going to play some videos. We'll come back. We'll talk about the new album, some more about the two, everything.
Don't go away.
Top 4 videos are on the way. Back on Countdown to the Ball here with Paul Stanley, and you're about to introduce the new KISS drummer.
Actually, everybody should know this guy because he's like the hired gun that everybody wishes would be in their band, but he's always said no, and he certainly deserves to be with us. Eric Singer's sitting over there.
Now, Eric, we spoke to you at the Shoreline Amphitheater a while back when you were playing drums with Alice Cooper.
Right.
Now, this must be amazing. I mean, you're getting to play drums with the best bands in the world. And now you're with KISS.
Now I'm in the best band. I was in some good bands, but now I'm in the best band.
Okay. So I guess you feel pretty good about it.
I'll give you the $5 later.
Give me $5. There you
So
go.
this must be great. I mean, now you're drumming with KISS.
Yeah, it's great. It's really great.
And did you know most of the songs? I said, okay, let's play some of this. And you're like it wasn't like you had to sit in the stereo and remember how it goes. You probably knew most of these songs already.
Yeah, I was aware of all the songs, but plus I worked with Paul before on his solo tour in '89, and so I'm kind of a alumnus in the KISS family.
Yeah, he's been like part of the family, so it wasn't like, you know, we had to go through that kind of stuff of going through 50 people and trying to find somebody and then finding out what a jerk they are. We know what he is already.
Yeah.
And
They knew I was a jerk, right?
And what's even more interesting is we found out that Eric Singer is actually a singer because he's singing, you know, he's doing pretty remarkable.
Are you going to be singing on the KISS tour?
Oh yeah. Check it out later. You'll see me. I do back vocals on all the songs except for, well, put it this way, 20 out of 23 songs. So I'm basically singing all night long.
Great.
Not as much as him, but.
No, he's giving me a run for my money.
Well, it's a special edition of the Headbangers Ball, and right now, it's still Countdown to the Ball, and we'll be back with KISS. Here is video number 4. That was number 2 on Countdown to the Ball, and we're spending an intimate evening at the Troubadour in Los Angeles, California with KISS.
You know, it's really amazing. I don't mean to interrupt you or anything.
Oh, go right
but
ahead.
Through democracy and through phone calls and things like that, people can actually see what they want to see on MTV. And if you want the #1 video to be Unholy, all you have to do is pick up your phones and demand it. And lo and behold, on Headbangers Ball, you will have the #1 video, and it'll be the one that you really want to see because we know you really want to see Unholy.
Now, I'd like to talk a little bit about the song Unholy. When I first heard it, it definitely felt like a lot of the heavier old classic KISS songs, which is great. I mean, that's the definite compliment. It's a great song.
Well, the whole album is really, really exciting. I mean, Revenge is really revenge. I mean, maybe we didn't realize it, but maybe we fell asleep for a little while, and we just woke up and said, have we been dozing? And we said, well, if we've been dozing, we got to make up for some lost time, and I think Revenge is what that's all about.
So would you say that some of the material on the new album has the feel of a lot of the classic KISS cuts?
Well, that's what everybody's saying, but I think it's a lot heavier, and I think the songwriting's better, and the musicianship is like way beyond anything we used to do. I mean, you know, Bruce is playing unrecognizably. I mean, he's playing like an animal. It's as though he finally realized that rock and roll starts somewhere below your belt instead of in your brain. And Eric's been playing a storm up, and Gene's doing a great job, and I'm holding my own.
And you also worked with Bob Ezrin, who worked on Destroyer with you.
Well, Bob did Destroyer, and he's done a lot of classic stuff, and I think the chemistry was great, and you know, the music does the talking. We can sit here all day and you know, schmooze and fast talk, but the truth is, when you put it on, you know it.
Great. Special edition of the Headbangers Ball tonight, hanging out with KISS. Stay tuned, the #1 video is next. It's still Countdown to the Ball. Remember, at midnight, the Headbangers Ball kicks in, and we'll be hanging out at the Troubadour with KISS. Now, we're talking a little bit about the new album, which is titled Revenge. Comes out
May 19th, so it's like 10 days left to Christmas.
exactly. Oh, so it's a real early present.
The best come early.
Now, we've heard Unholy. We've seen the video on the Ball. Now, tell us about some of the other tracks that are on the album.
There's so many good tunes. You know, we tried to make an album this time where basically any song on the album could start it. So there's a song, Heart of Chrome, Spit, I Just Wanna, which is getting airplay, Domino, Tough Love. It's very cool. I mean, I can sit here, you know, Eric may not, not have the words to say right now, or he doesn't want to step
I'm
on my words.
speechless,
He's
actually.
speechless.
Okay, now
I am
you
Eric, talk
can
about
sort
this
of
album.
also stand on the outside and look in as being a longtime Kiss fan. I mean, what is your impression on some of the stuff on the new album?
Well, I think it's kind of a nice combination of covering the whole spectrum of Kiss. I mean, to me, when I hear the songs, there's stuff that reminds me of the stuff from the first record, and even things as late as the most recent record. So it kind of covers the whole spectrum of things, and it retains a lot of the traditional side of Kiss, but also it moves into the 90s. You know, there's a lot of freshness there.
I think one thing we were all excited about was when Bob Ezrin went up to Toronto, he was going through the tape vaults and he found an old tape that we had recorded in 1981 for a song that never made it onto an album with Eric Carr. And it's something that he wrote, and we're using it on the album to close the album. It's his only drum solo that we have from a studio cut. It's called Car Jam. Bruce put his guitar part on, and after an album that we feel as good about as this one, and we're moving into the future, we really have to thank somebody who was a big part of the past.
Very cool. We're going to be back talking to Kiss throughout the entire evening. Check out, I know you guys got to go sound check. We'll let you
We're
go.
going to get ready.
And we'll talk to Gene in a little bit. And right now, here is the #1 video on Countdown to the Ball. That was the #1 video on Countdown to the Ball. And right now, it's time for the Headbangers Ball with Kiss. It's the Headbangers Ball here with Gene and Bruce of the band Kiss, if you probably hadn't figured out. Now, we were talking to Paul a little bit earlier about the new record. Was there anything that you did on this record, said, okay, let's just do this like we used to do a long time ago and not do this like we've been doing lately? Not to put down any of the newer stuff.
You don't have to. We'll put it down first. I think we got to come clean. We had to come clean a while back with ourselves and our fans if we were going to do anything brand new. I think at some point during the last tour, we had to admit to ourselves that some of those records were pop crap. I in particular was lost like in pop hell, and I was seduced. I became a corporate whore and started to listen to people who have no business telling anybody anything. And the one thing we all decided to do with this record is, one, in essence, in the very nicest way, told record companies and radio stations that they could go jump if they didn't like the record. We could have just as easily have called the record Kiss My Ass. So I think the record shows what the band is really like today, now, without any outside influences, without worrying about what a guy with a suit and tie is thinking about in back of a chair. And Bruce Kulick, who's over there,
Hey, that is I. Hi.
in particular, showed us the true size of his
Come on now. No, for us, this was a real focus of guitars. I mean, Kiss is guitars. Loud amps, big guitars, and this record really shows that. We got guitars from hell on this record, and they, you know, I went through a lot of torture to get my solos to really rock. But I'm real proud of this album. I think it really represents Kiss in 1992.
Good.
And there's more chapters to be written about this band yet.
Yes. If there was one word that you could say to sum up Kiss in 1992, what would that word be?
Well, revenge is one.
There you go.
This is our revenge.
Okay, right now let's play a video. Definitely ultimate classic Kiss. Remember, not to date myself, but when I went to school, this was like the song. It just
Sure,
brings
for
me
all
back
of us.
to days. This is Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night. It's the Headbangers Ball. We're spending an intimate evening with Kiss, quite different from last time, which was the starting of your big tour. We were in Lubbock, Texas.
That's right, a couple of years ago, actually.
Tour.
And we were showing you the big stage. In fact, that
The
stage...
Big Sphinx.
Leon.
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 In fact, we're taking that show over to England just for 10 shows before the real world tour starts in Tulsa, Oklahoma, August 1. Be there or be square.
I could be wrong, but I heard that there was a rule or a law that overseas you couldn't use pyrotechnics. Is that
That's
not true?
that's one of the reasons why we didn't take a lot of the older tours through Europe, because the fire marshals gave us a hard time. They have come in line, shall I say. They're our
So it will
friends
be
now.
the Kiss show that you
Oh
would
yeah,
expect.
we will blow up the stage, and any fat girl within 1,000 yards of the stage is going to lose a couple of pounds. Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about the video in Holy. And did you enjoy making the video?
That was great. You know, we worked with this new guy, Paul Rackman, I think his name is.
No relation.
That's right, very close.
Exactly.
But and he just, I know he's worked with Pantera and some bands of that sort, and he gave us a little edge. But the song "Unholy," how much heavier can you be for us? So it was a good marriage. We had fun.
Actually, this is a good lead-in because we understand you're going to be playing Pantera in a second. But I was going to say that we went to see the guys recently at one of their shows, and then we started to see pictures of the guys dressed up in Kiss makeup doing some of their versions of our
They
songs.
did that. You know what? I remembered that. When we hooked up with Pantera, when they were opening up for Skid Row, they were telling us that they were doing like little Kiss tributes, sort of.
And we went to see them. We were knocked out live, and we were kind of curious what they looked like on video. So we saw this video and we said, wow, this is cool. There were close-ups of the guy's arm, and it wasn't just like posing and you know, kissing the camera all the time, which is why we used this guy. We liked the Pantera video. We liked the look of it. Good stuff.
Let's play it. Here's Pantera, Mouth for War. It's the Headbangers Ball. We're hanging out with Kiss, and we're at the Troubadour, a small club. Kiss is playing a small club tour.
I mean, small. We could set up our dinner table, and it would be enough just for everybody to sit around.
Now, it's got to be kind of wild to tone yourself down. I mean, not volume-wise, but taking the Kiss show, which is usually so elaborate, and bringing it onto such a small stage.
The idea was really a simple one. We could have just stayed in our loft and played and rehearsed the show. We could have done the let's play the new record in a kind of a, you know, the nuts and the hors d'oeuvres kind of routine where everybody's trying to figure out who they were with last night, biblically speaking. And we figured that's a lot of bull. The best way to do it is to play live in front of our fans and have like live listening parties, and so that we can get off on it too instead of shaking hands and trying to remember names you don't care about the next day. So this is really for us and the fans.
Now, how long of shows are you playing in the clubs?
We got 22 songs, so it's like almost 2 hours of music. We're kicking ass.
How many of these songs are new Kiss songs?
We got 3 new ones from the new record, Unholy, Take It Off, and God Gave Rock and Roll, which is on the new record. And there's a couple of new old ones, so they're kind of new.
Which old ones, Bruce?
Parasite, which has got a great riff, the one that Anthrax has
Yeah, what
done.
do you think about that?
See, we were so knocked out by this song that Anthrax recorded, we decided to do like our tribute to Anthrax and record a song that they recorded. So we decided to record a song that Anthrax recorded called Parasite.
Just do it before then.
Yeah, we do like our version of their version doing our version.
Right.
And will we hear that tonight?
Oh yeah, we'll be playing that.
Great. Well, right now, let's play the video, the new song by Kiss, which, if you're a Kiss fan, doesn't matter when you became a Kiss fan, you're gonna love this song. I like this a real lot. This is Unholy from Kiss. It's a Headbangers Ball. That was Unholy from Kiss, a song that you're singing on.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it singing, but yeah, I'm the guy kind of leering at the camera, kind of like I'm doing this.
Doing the Mean Gene kind of thing.
Actually, it was really cool. There were some kids on the set. These little guys, and the parents got a little nervous because then they started to read the lyrics. I am the incubus, I lay the egg in you, the worm that burrows through your brain. Tommy, we're going home. You know, it was like a couple of them left, but the ones that stayed, the few, the proud, like the Marines.
The Kiss fans.
Those are the ones that survived.
Real quick, I know you guys have got to get a sound check.
Yeah.
Tell me about the bet you have going on.
I have nothing to do with this. All the guys are saying, Simmons can't keep his mouth in his tongue. That's which is harder to do. Yeah. Simmons can't keep his tongue in his mouth. It's usually. Anyway, so tongue-in-cheek comment, get it? Mm-hmm. So they have a bet going that I can't do a show without sticking my tongue out. So I guess I owe the band $100 because we only played one show, and I was aware the whole night that my tongue was inside my mouth. But apparently somebody came over and said, "What's that thing? What do you got? A tie in your mouth? Get that thing." So.
And what about tonight? You got that bet going on tonight?
It's supposed to be every night. It's like that James.
We'll be
Brown
watching.
routine. Yeah.
We'll be watching. And we'll let you go to sound check, and we're going to even watch a little bit of the sound check. Keep on watching the Headbangers Ball coming to you from the Kiss Show in LA. Headbangers Ball viewer are watching Ricky Rackman in a moment that I will never forget ever in my whole life. I'm standing on stage and Right there is Kiss sound checking. Very cool and very loud. Hey, it's Triple Thrash Threat time right now. How appropriate. Tonight in Triple Thrash's threat is Napalm Death, but right now, here is Slayer with Raining Blood. The Headbangers Ball has come to you from some wild locations, jumping out of airplanes, Japan, Brazil, but it's really hard for me to remember anything that was as cool as being on stage while Kiss is sound checking. This close to Kiss. How close that I'm even in the way. I'm even in the way. That's how close I am right now. We're going to watch Kiss. We're doing some live stuff in a little bit, so keep on watching as the Headbangers Ball continues with Kiss. Come on. Look at this. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. A Kodak moment. Me, Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley's guitar. You know, it's very, very loud.
What?
I said it's very loud.
Thank you.
I mean, the speakers take up about half the club.
Thank you. We're on.
Would you have it another way?
No, it's our way or the highway.
Okay. Stick around. Headbangers Ball coming to you from the Troubadour.
What?
I said Headbangers Ball coming to you from the Troubadour with Kiss.
Thank you.
Very cool. Kiss sound checking in the background. We had to come up here because you wouldn't be able to hear a word I said down there, and I've been screaming most of the entire sound check, and I've still got to keep some voice for when they play. Anyway, let's play a video right now. Here is Aerosmith with The Other Side. Did I bother to tell you, not only is this evening so cool because of this next band is playing, but that we're filming MTV's Headbangers Ball tonight? See, I was telling everybody that my hometown, LA, is louder than anywhere else on the road we could go. And I hear that tonight you love it loud. Is that correct? Me too. I never thought in my million years that I would ever be on stage doing what I'm about to do right now. So, as much as this is a killer show to watch, I'm really going to enjoy introducing live on stage, Kiss! Well, it's Ocean Town, my girl. I know we'll always win. Ocean Town, my girl. I know it's all that makes you together. I know it looks real cool right there, but you can't possibly imagine how loud it is in here and how cool it is in here. Check it out, Kiss live at the Troubadour. Tight on Saturday night. 9 o'clock, radio's the only night. My song that pulls me through. I'm so strong, tells me what I got to do. I got to get up. Everybody's gonna leave their feet. Everybody's gonna leave their feet. Got to find you. Well, the show just ended. My voice is sore from like being back there singing
I
along.
heard
It
you
was.
singing all the way from where we were. We could see you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ricky was singing back vocals tonight for us. Thanks, Ricky.
It was a great show. I mean, what was it like playing back in a small club?
It's really weird. It almost feels like internal combustion, like everything's about to like explode at like any second the walls are going to go. It's real weird because we're hearing all that power coming right back at us, and the fans are just great. It nobody sees this. Every once in a while when the lights go out, I kind of go, oh God, I love these guys.
I can't catch my breath.
The one thing I want to say real quick about Kiss fans that I've noticed from being a Kiss fan a long time ago is that as a band sometimes plays years and years and years, their fans get older, but you've always got the young fans at Kiss shows, always, the young crazy rockers.
We don't want to lose anybody. If somebody grows up or thinks that they're too old, or whatever, then it was nice knowing you, but you're all invited, everybody.
You had a good time?
Oh, yeah, great.
It was nice watching a new member. I mean, you were smoking back there.
I had a workout. I'm like very exhausted. Yeah.
Any comments?
Hey, he was a powerhouse.
It's really nice to turn around and see Eric, just working his butt off. It makes you think, hey, I better get into overdrive. This guy's working his butt off, and I can't, there's no cruising.
And real
Turn around and you see Eric, boom, 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 boom.
Hey, they brought me here to kick their asses and drive them through the brick wall, so I'm trying to do it.
Footprint right over.
Begging for mercy, and he gives us none. So that's what he's supposed to be doing.
Now, real quick again, when's the new album coming out?
May 19th, Revenge. Revenge is sweet, but brutal.
And the tour begins.
The tour begins the end of July, early August, Tulsa, Oklahoma. July 31st, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And you don't want to miss it. Thanks again for letting me introduce you, too. It was fun. We had a good time. We'll be back. Oh, but right now, we're going to play a video. See, I was like so excited about the whole thing. This is great. This is a song that you guys sounded great doing live. It was fun. I never saw you do it in a club, so it was fun. You want to intro it for us?
Hey, yeah! That's how it goes. I love it loud. Turn it up.
Do I look a little bit disheveled to you? It's only because I am. I mean, I got to be honest. At first, I sat at the show and went, yeah, I'm watching Kiss. And then, like, I was screaming and yelling and singing. And I thought I was making a fool out of myself until I looked around and everybody else was doing the same thing. So the people, if you go to shows and you sit like that, that's not the cool way to go to shows. The cool way to go to shows is make noise and have a blast, and I had a blast. I want to thank the people from Kiss, and as we run all the credits, those are the people that make this show possible and made it possible for me to come and hang out with Kiss and introduce Kiss on stage. So when you see those credits, those are the people that make this stuff possible. I had a great time. I'm very glad you could share it with us. I'm Ricky Rackman. I'll see you next Saturday. Remember to keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Bye.